Hello everyone. I'd like to give you my take on this whole take a knee thing that just happened with the NFL. Now, before I really get into it, I would like to say that I do support freedom of speech. No one's freedom of speech should ever be taken away or silenced. I mean, yes, you can ridicule someone for their freedom of speech. That's just part that goes hand in hand with it. You can support someone with their freedom of speech. That goes hand in hand with it. You can censor to a degree someone's freedom of speech. And the reason why I say censor is because depending upon the situation or the circumstances, you certainly don't want to have a bunch of swear words, cuss words, or something of that nature, or highly offensive words, especially around children. So under circumstances, I can understand when it comes time for censoring. But still, you still have the freedom of speech in this country. Now, this whole take a knee thing started, about a year ago or something like that, with Mr. Kaepernick, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly, taking a knee during the national anthem, during a game, because it was a protest against how African Americans were being treated and something dealing with oppression. And I'll get back to that in a moment. Well, after that, this whole situation just kind of snowballed into what just recently happened. Now people are trying to say, well, it's their right, it's freedom of speech. Well, first off, yeah, it is their right. They have every right in the world under our Constitution to do what they did. But first of all, don't use the whole freedom of speech thing when you're going to contradict yourselves in past, present, and future, because you know it's going to happen. And what do I mean by that? Okay, you have coaches and you got these team owners who support their players' right to free speech. Okay, I can understand you saying that. But let me ask all you the take a knee supporters, let me ask you this, especially the NFL players, the NFL owners, and the coaches. Where were you supporting those players' right to free speech when they wanted to show support for the victims of 9/11? You didn't support them, you fined them. Where was your support for right to free speech when these NFL players wanted to put a pink ribbon on or something of that nature on their uniforms or helmet for support for breast cancer? You told them no. Where was the support for free speech when players wanted to put a sticker on their helmet to show support for those 6 officers that were shot and murdered by a sniper who supported the Black Lives Matter movement? You didn't let them do it. So don't come on TV and say, oh, I support my players' right to free speech, when you pull that kind of garbage. We all know that's bullshit. You don't support free speech. There's no way in hell you do, because if you did, you would have let them do all those things. But you didn't. Instead, you punished them. Look at the one player who took a knee to pray on the field. Look at all you people who were reporting on it. You criticized them. You ridiculed them. You made fun of him. You belittled him. Why? Because he doesn't, where was your support for free speech and expression? Wasn't there. But yet you're going to sit here and support these players who basically trashed the national anthem and our flag. They totally disrespected it. But you're okay with that. Why? Why is that so different than from someone wanting to support breast cancer, the victims of 9/11, or the police officers that were murdered? Where was your support then? You're nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. And when it comes to the coaches, and especially the team owners, the only reason why you are supporting these players now is for money. That's it, money. It boils down to money. And don't try to say anything else, you damn hypocrites. It's money. Because if you would punish these guys for doing what they did, number one, they would either quit or they would play so really bad that you'd want to get rid of them. And what would that do? That would lose money for you, now wouldn't it? So that's why you're letting these millionaire crybabies come on here and do what they did. You hired them to do a job. That job is to go out there and play football and to give the fans who support you and give you our hard-earned money a show, some entertainment, some fun. But instead, they're protesting. We don't pay for this. We didn't pay for them to protest. Keep your opinions at home. There's better ways of protesting or bringing light to your cause than protesting against the national anthem and our flag. Now, how does it feel to spit on all those people that died for that flag and for our country and for your right to do what you did? I would love for every single one of you NFL people, the coaches and the owners, to go to a veteran. Or no, not just one veteran, a group of veterans. And say, what I did was right and I'm proud of it. I would love to see you guys do that. And don't cherry pick veterans who will sit there and say, well, you have the right to do it, so blah, blah. No. I want you to go in front of random veterans, get a whole bunch of random vets up together. Old, young, disabled. And I want you to hear what they have to tell you about it. Yes, of course, they will support you on your right to free speech. But ask them how they felt when they did this crap. When they sat down during the flag or did some exercises or yoga or whatever. To me, that's nothing but total disrespect. And like I said, to all you owners and coaches and take a knee supporters who are crying, oh, well, it's their right to free speech. Well, I gave you prime examples on why that excuse is crap. You did not support them when they wanted to show some solidarity for breast cancer or those 6 police officers or the victims of 9/11. You didn't want them to do that. No. You either fined them, told them no, or some other garbage. You didn't stand behind your players for that. So right there just destroys your whole freedom of speech narrative. But also think about this. When you start claiming right to free speech, you cannot pick and choose what free speech gets to be said and you get to stand behind without punishing or giving any form of repercussions towards your players. Because once you start doing that, then that is not free speech. You have just taken their right to free speech away. That's what the hypocrisy of the NFL owners, the NFL coaches, and the NFL players, and to all of you taking these supporters. That's the hypocrisy. Also on the free speech issue, how many of you NFL players, owners, coaches, and supporters are going to go to UC Berkeley and support Milo Yiannopoulos' right to free speech? And Ann Coulter and everybody else who's scheduled to speak there. How many of you will speak up for their right to free speech and support them by going there and showing solidarity for their right to free speech? Oh, but I guarantee you not one of you will do that. So therefore, once again, that's showing your hypocrisy towards free speech. Because if you don't do it, even if you don't like what they have to say, they still have the right to say it. But if you don't support them in saying it, then you obviously do not know what the right to free speech actually means. And you're nothing more than a damn hypocrite. So shut your mouth, stand for the anthem, and show some respect. Because in order to earn respect, you must show respect. Respect is earned. It's not just given. Now, getting back to the whole or origin of the take a knee. Mr. Kaepernick allegedly claims that the reason why he did it is because, you know, the police officers killing black people and how black people are oppressed in this country. Well, first of all, you need to check your facts. Statistically speaking, and you can find this on the internet if you want, just take a little bit of your time to look it up. I'm not going to do all your damn homework for you. Try not being so lazy for a change. White people are killed more by police officers than black people. Once again, there are more white people killed by the cops than black people. There is more black people killed by black people than black people by cops. That's the actual truth. That's the actual facts. Look it up. If I'm wrong, prove me wrong. But those are the facts. Those are the statistics. Now, also, he mentions oppression. Really? Let me see. Can black people vote? Actually, yes, they can. Can black people own a home? Actually, fact, yes, they can. Can they own a car? Can they get a job? All the above? Yes, they can. They can do everything that a white person can do. There's no laws saying, oh, this black person can't do this or this black person can't do that. Sorry about that, but my phone mount was falling there. There's no laws on the books. There's no unwritten laws either. So don't get, how can you say you're oppressed? You're getting paid when you go to work because you have a right to, you can get a job, right? Yeah. There's no laws saying black people can't work. You get paid. You can buy a home if you save up your money. Buy a car if you save up your money. You can easily express yourself in this country. You have freedom of speech. If not, Black Lives Matter, you would never hear of it because they would have been arrested, shot, killed, murdered, or whatever. But no, you hear about it, right? So they're exercising their freedom of speech, so they're not oppressed there. Just like all the videos on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and wherever else, you see them all talking and giving you their feelings and opinions. They're not being oppressed with their freedom of speech, now are they? Nope. They're not. Also, black people aren't also the other ones without jobs in this country. There's white people without jobs who can't find work. Asians, Latinos. I don't know, whatever. But there's plenty of people in this country that are without work right now. Not just the black folk. Everybody can vote. Well, Not illegal aliens. That's a whole different story there. But even though it's already been found out that some illegal aliens have voted, but like I said, that's a different story. You do have a right to vote. No one's stopping you from that. Even though you tend to think there's someone trying to stop you, no, there's no one stopping you from voting. We're just trying to make sure that the Americans are voting and not illegal immigrants are voting, or people who shouldn't be voting, people who are actually alive, not people who are dead because of, voter ID fraud, which has been proven already, but that's a different story. So you have the right to vote. Black people can go to school and having a great, an education. You're not being oppressed there now, are you? So please, somebody tell me how black people or people of color are being oppressed in this country. Give me actual proof of how black people are being oppressed. Not your feelings. I want actual proof. No allegations, because allegations is not proof. So therefore, there's no oppression going on. So don't give me this oppression crap either. Just because you're not a millionaire doesn't mean you're being oppressed. Maybe it's because you're too damn lazy. You're too damn stupid. You're not working hard enough. Don't blame someone else for your own faults. So don't give me this whole I'm being oppressed crap. Now, yeah, there is racism in our country. Our country isn't perfect. I'm never going to deny that. There is racism. There are white people who are racist. There are black people who are racist. There are Asian people who are racist. There's Arab people who are racist. Everybody's racist to an extent. There's racism from every ethnic background. And don't give me this crap, well, black people can't be racist because this, that, and don't change the definition of racism to meet your narrative. That's all what you people are trying to do, is change things to meet your ideology. And you just can't do that. No sane, intelligent person will ever do that. Maybe a person with the mentality of a 5-year-old would try to do that because they know they will lose the argument, so they got to try to fix the game, try to fix the argument to go in their direction. Yeah, once again, my phone mount fell. I got to get a better one. So racism is a bad thing. It is. It's very vile and repugnant. And we need to find ways, I don't want to say combat it because that's actually the wrong words. We need to find a ways to bring our country better together instead of being divided. But trying to blame everything on racism, like some people are, not everybody, is not the way to do it. You just simply, that's actually making the situation worse. Crying racism every single time when something doesn't go your way or just because you're mad at somebody is only making matters worse. You need to seriously put your feelings off to the side and start thinking rationally and have open dialogues. That's how you get things done in this country. Now, if you take away anything from this video, I hope you at least start thinking about everything I said and maybe your own opinions, your own stance, your own ideology. And just use this. Don't listen to someone else and take someone else's opinion as truth. Question everything. You have a brain. You're your own person. You're your own individual. Think for yourself and develop your own opinion. Now, I really do hope that before anybody gives me a nasty comment on this, what I would really like for all of you to do, people who maybe agree with me, partly agree with me, or totally disagree with me, I don't care. Before you make any comments, I really would like for you to sit down, take a breath, take your feelings, your ego, and your own opinion, put them off to the side. Play this video again, listen to it with reason, rational thought, and logic. Seriously. And then sit down again, take a minute out, rethink of everything I said, once again with reason, rational thought, and logic. And then come to your own conclusion, and then leave a comment below. Because if anything about this video I just made, what I really hope, my really hope is that I get you thinking. Even if I'm wrong, I want you to think. Even if it makes you get up, go on the computer, newspaper, magazine, wherever, and do some research to find the truth for yourself. Even if that truth means I'm wrong, then guess what? My job is done. Because ultimately it comes down to this. You need to start thinking for yourselves. Stop being a sheep and following somebody just because of what they said. What you got to do, in this instance that is, hey, what's this whole thing really about? Is it really true? Is this what this person said 100% true? And then go out, find out for yourself. Don't just take them for their word. I mean, honestly, look at the media. How many times did they get stories wrong, misled somebody, or flat out lied? And they say you're supposed to trust us. Now, that's not how this works. The only trust, like respect, is earned. And once a media outlet, or somebody else for that matter, lies to you, misleads you, tells you half-truths, not necessarily the whole truth, but a half-truth, then you should seriously distrust that person to the point where you have to do your own investigation to find out what the truth is. So like I said, please, even if you don't want to watch the video again, sit back, take a moment, and think about everything I just said in this video. I want you to think with reason, rational thought, and logic. Put your ego, your feelings, your ideology, all to the side. And your emotions and everything. Just put them off to the side. And then give it some serious thought on what I just said. And like I said, if I'm wrong, put the proof down in the comments below. Like I said, actual proof. No allegations. No, well, he said this and he said... No, I want actual proof. I want something concrete. Something you can go to court with, and the judge and jury will say, yes, here's proof. Not, like I said, hearsay. Well, so-and-so said, 1,000 people said this, so it must be true. No, it doesn't mean it's true. I want actual concrete proof. I wish you all a great day, and God bless America.